Hey everybody, Carl here. Welcome back to Trails in the Sky, second chapter. Where in the previous episode, we had some fun down in the sewers. We took care of various threats, and now the city is ours to explore. There is a monster along the Royal Avenue, and we might want to head there. If we just look at everything here, everything seems pretty good overall. But before that, Royal Avenue monster might be worth taking care of. But you know who I've been missing? The people of Grancel. So let's do a little talkie rounds. There was an open house in the West Block, but I see someone's already snapped it up. It's a bit frustrating. Seems like there was an incident there yesterday. I'll just assume it wasn't meant to be and give up. We have seen that house quite a lot. I want to figure out what's going on there.
I heard that a number of the intelligence division people were captured. This is a huge deal. Yesterday, I heard something really loud over by the harbor. All the lights suddenly went out too. I wonder what happens. Yesterday, the Royal Guard fought some giant tank at the harbor, apparently. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. Is it true that Captain Amalthea, formerly of the Intelligence Division, started an armed uprising? Apparently the harbor is hell of a mess thanks to the orbital tank. I hope it doesn't affect the non-aggression pact. It's a pretty aggressive thing to happen, you know? I didn't think Captain Amalthea would be hiding in the capital. Well, seems like Colonel Richards caused an uprising. To cause trouble like that in the very lap of the Queen. They really were a crazy bunch to the last. Yesterday, when I went to stock up, I was able to buy popcorn ingredients super cheap. Machines might be busted, but the Cid has got its upsides. I'm glad I'm thinking positively like the father said to. That's right. That's right. Nobody's at this stand right now. Isn't that the Bose man? Who has the stand over there? Alright, let's check out the rest of the people in the streets first and foremost. Apparently Colonel Richards' second in command started a second uprising. I had a feeling that sneaky woman was planning something. I do sort of understand her dedication to the Colonel, though. Fanaticism is what that's called. I'm sure that the Intelligence Division wanted to cause trouble for the signing ceremony. Oh, that's crazy. Oh no! Yesterday, the Intelligence Division appeared at the harbor. Special Ops soldiers? That means the Intelligence Division's little kill squad. Do you get it? They're the same thing. Oh no. Alright, and what about you? I know your name is like something with an A, like an old, like Deedus. I didn't think his name was Deedus. Has it always been Deedus? Last night, ordnance in the West Block became unusable for a while. Whatever. I'm sure if Tom's investigating, we'll find the answer soon. Yeah, I can always rely on Tom. Alright, Fisherman's Guild, strongest there is. Our comrade Percy went to investigate fishing spots in Roland. If he finds some unknown spots, there might be a top-class fish there. We also have an obligation to open fishing classes in Roland. His mission is critical for the development of our society. Ah, that's great. For sure. I'll be there. I'll sign up. Yesterday, when I went to the harbor block, I witnessed something crazy. It was a tank and a giant machine, doll-like thing. I ain't never seen such a sight. Personally, I'm worried that it might have disturbed the poor fish in that area. Yeah, it's understandable. Fish are easily spooked, and giant tank led by fanatic woman. It's on the list of things to spook ya. Last night in the West Block, apparently all ordnance just cut out. There was a case like that in Size a while back. If ordnance stopped working, my store's dead. And my life that I spent on this store would also be over. Don't be such a pessimist. You'll figure it out. You got Tom. Ever since we fought, Zacharias and I haven't talked much. But I don't think I'm wrong at all. Well, that's great. If both parties just refuse to recede, then, the problem will be over in a century or two. After we had a fight, I was going to leave the house, but he stopped me. And then I finally realized how I felt. He thinks more of me than I ever thought he did. Of course he does. Shepard just doesn't always know how to express himself. Last night at dinner, I decided I'll make a point of talking to my wife every day. Wow, dude. crazy thought here. I've always been bad at talking about how I feel, but if I don't even try to convey how I feel, there's no way it'll reach her, huh? Man. Deep words, man. Deep words. I'm rooting for you too. I got your back. Now then.
My sweet hubby stayed up nearly the whole night getting us the perfect seats for the martial arts competition. I'll have to lay on the charm extra thick come next year if I'm gonna get him to do it again. What to do? Oh, don't give me that look. I'm only kidding. Maybe. I work my hardest to keep this house in shape for him. Everything I do it for love. I really, truly love that man. The reason I'm so selfish all the time? I want him to show me how much he loves me. I want to see how far he'll go.
Wow, that was a deep conversation that almost went places I didn't want it to go.
Sure, I could do all the housework. Could being the operative words. But if I did that, I wouldn't get a chance to see my hubby work so hard for me now, would I?
Alright, I think I figured out her psychology. Am I dreaming? What's going on? Something must be terribly wrong. You there, you've got to help me. It's my wife. She's doing chores. I don't know what to tell you, man. You're on your own. You're on your own. I'm not touching that. Sunnybell Inn. Menu, mocking pie. Thank you. It came in handy down in the sewers. You make good sewer food, madam.
Apparently there was a fight between the Intelligence Division and the Royal Army in the harbor block yesterday. Word is, all the Intelligence Division people were arrested. To show up just in the nick of time? Huh, that's Julia for you.
Yeah, go Schwartz. So the remnants of the Intelligence Division were hiding in the harbor? I know Kanane tried to flee. The Royal Guard eventually managed to capture her. That means all the Intelligence Division heads have been caught, right? I swear, everything I hear ends up making Colonel Richard look even worse. Yeah, and I'm sure he's like, please guys, I did a bad thing. Stop. Trying to turn over a new leaf here is kind of difficult with the whole terrorism thing. Now, my dear, what do you believe is the most important thing to live for in life?
Why, the most important thing is the strength to endure, of course. No matter how terrible the circumstances, so long as we band together and endure, we can overcome any obstacle. As long as you have a strong, steadfast heart, you'll be able to be happy.
Strong, steadfast heart. You got it, ma'am. You got it. That's South Block. Very nice, very nice. Let's do West Block. I want to go see Liberal News. I want to go see Nile. Oh, it feels good to just have those sewers out of the way, too. I've been postponing those for a while. Been procrastinating on my sewer duty, but we got it done. I'm hearing that there was a battle over near the harbor. That's just crazy. Yeah.
Yesterday, I heard someone arguing around here. Though given the hour, it might have just been a couple of drunks fighting. After that incident with Captain Amalthea and everything, it was pretty dangerous here in the West Block. Maybe I should move to the South Block. I'd rather be in the North Block, but that's premium real estate, being so close to the castle and all. The rent is crazy there. Yeah, there lives like 6 people there. They're the only ones who can afford the rent. And then General Morgan lives here. Alright, Sigaro. A fair portion of the harbor facilities were destroyed by the tank. And Duncan was captured by the special ops too. I hope he's not hurt. We got him, didn't we? We saved him. We saved Duke Doonan. Hey, he's the man. Wait, no, he was talking about Duncan. Oh. Gotcha. Yeah, okay. Cool. Yeah, Doonan, screw that guy. Duncan, he's the man. The harbor's closed again. I thought all the crap from the coup would have been done and over with by now. If this keeps up, I might seriously be out of a job. Hang in there, Duncan. You could open up... Oh, hello. When I heard my husband had gotten mixed up in that mess at the harbor, I felt the life drained out of me. I'm so glad he's safe. My wife's been really stressed lately, and it's all because of me. I think I'll try and help ease her workload around the house on my next day off. That's good on ya, Felio. House for sale, also zoned for food service. So is this the one that she was talking about? Or am I misinterpreting? Indeed, this too is fate.
Huh? I thought I'd go see the sights, but the harbor's closed. Huh. Indeed. Baral, you old dog. What's up? I thought the harbor district seemed kind of loud. Guess something bad happens. But I think to stay calm from here on, then all's well. Connor, my man. What was that? I saw a giant metal doll thing fly off during last night's mess. I bet Liberal News has the details. I gotta pick up the next edition. After I ate my croissant. Yep, Ren's an enforcer, Angel of Slaughter. She has Patermater, who's both a papa and a mama all in one. And it's not the last we've seen of her. Seems like there was a big case over at the harbor. Apparently the reporters have been running all over since last night. Apparently. You're those bracer friends of Niles, right? Next time he gets some kind of scoop that might turn into a good article, give it to me.
Hey, sounds like you had a late night last night, but thanks for helping with Niles' coverage. We just went out with Dorothy a bit ago. They said they were going to poke around town and do a little digging about last night's incident.
Oh, let's see if we can meet him.
Just before it went to the presses, we changed out the top article. Oh, I had to help with just the printing press. Well, not that that's anything new.
It's a hard... It's hard for the Liberal News when the Bracers are in town, because trouble just kind of seems to follow us. But I don't know if that's good news or bad news for them always having a story. I guess both.
They say the Royal Army's been using military ships to perform a large-scale investigation. They found their target a number of times, but they keep getting shaken off. And shaking off military ships is no small order. Who the heck could design such a machine?
Indeed. General Morgan's residence. The harbor isn't very far from here, is it? I need to keep Rianne safe while my husband is away. I don't want to see what happened to her in the coup d'etat ever happen again. Whoa! Apparently a tank went on a rampage at the harbor. Rumors say the tank was headed for the castle. So, was it going to go right past us?
It's kind of crazy when you think about it, huh?
Rianne, how are ya? My favorite West Block child.
You're also the only West Block child, I'm sure.
They told me not to go out today. Mr. Richard hasn't gone to play much lately either. He's so boring. Mr. Richard has house arrest, you see. He's been bad.
Hey, Peter, what's up? The entire city is talking about the intelligence division. I wonder if the people working at the harbor facilities are okay.
Dude, that was my number one worry too. What about the people working at the harbor facilities? It seems like they have such a good time down at the harbor, you know?
Captain Amalthea, huh? Yeah, pitiable end for someone who used to be an elite officer of the intelligence division.
Agreed, sir.
Goddess, please protect my siblings as they walk the road home.
Hey, come on, let's go home.
Goddess, please protect us.
Oh, Goddess of the Sky, Adios, grant our city peace again.
Prayer is the best way to calm oneself.
Yes, honey. This, too, is Adios' blessing.
I don't know much about Gralsritter either. Not even the Archbishop has a full grasp on them, it seems. Given the nature of Gralsritter's duties, I suppose that's to be expected, but still.
That's right, Kevin's a Gralsritter. That's pretty amazing.
From the perspective of stopping the Special Ops soldiers, he was correct. However, his mission should be to recover artifacts. That is the priority. Spilled milk cannot be rebottled. Though nothing can be done, that does not mean he will not be punished. Of course, Father Kevin, was well aware of that, I'm sure.
Yeah, but it all worked out in the end. Cut him some slack. He's a cool dude. You know? Where's the nun? There's the nun. Sister Noah. There were a number of injured people amongst the Royal Guard following last night's incidents. Oh, Goddess of the Sky, Adios, bestow your blessings on the brave and proud.
Here, here. Pour one out for the great goddess above.
Wonderful. I say that as if she passed. Oh, no, you kidding me? Dude, that one guy at the harbor who always has the
freaking... You know the man I'm talking about. The one who makes you uncomfortable being around him. Not because he's weird, but just because he's sad.
Bringing an orbital tank. Hey, idiots, talk about going all out. Sorry, but the harbor's currently in the middle of rebuilding. It'll probably be a while before we can let you in again.
No, alright, that's understandable. There was the terrorist incident. Understandable. Let's go North Block, right? Yeah, let's do that. Hey!
There's been talk of this enormous orbital construct appearing around the harbor. Everyone's saying it's one of Professor Russell's crazy new weapons going on a rampage. Think it could be true? The rumors won't stop until there's some official reports. I wish they'd say something already. Had that tank entered the city grounds, the damage would have been far worse. One mistake could have set the entire capital ablaze. Just the thought alone is horrifying.
Glad we had some brave, beautiful bracers there.
There's evidence that the intelligence division was manipulating their budgets. I say manipulating, but there's enough to prove they made a number of unauthorized expenses. One such expense includes that tank that showed up around the harbor. That's another mystery solved, at least.
Freaking, is there anything the intelligence division won't do? Well, now they're officially disbanded at least, so that's something. How do I put this? I feel like I understand what it means to be left behind now. I intend to make a new start on my life here and enjoy fishing with my wife. Things are bound to be a little complex, but... Yes, Helmuth! Starting with his next vacation, I'll be teaching my husband to fish. My husband is willing to take me on a fishing trip next time he has vacation days saved up. A lot's happened, but right now, I'm actually pretty happy. That's what I'm talking about. That's amazing. Alrighty. You, mister.
Captain Amalthea is an amazing woman in more ways than one. Excuse me, sir? I don't think anyone else would have been able to carry out the same plan so meticulously. It just isn't the kind of thing your average officer could pull off. She'd make for a terrifying enemy.
Indeed. Did you hear about the West Block? Crazy stuff, right? Good thing that finished off the remnants of the intelligence division. We should be able to rest easy for a while. That tank was horrifying.
It was a thing to behold.
Kevin came in clutch, though.
Miss Estelle, will you be departing? We sincerely hope you will make use of our hotel upon your next visit to Grancel. Our entire staff will be eagerly waiting to greet you again.
Indeed. Well, now this hotel just keeps having memories. Memories of Joshua, memories of Ren. Why does everybody betray my girl? She does not have the heart for this. She's still healing, but I don't think Estelle's really talked about Ren since the incident, right? Or come much to terms with her. Or has she? I don't remember. Maybe. Regardless, she has a lot to process. Let's stop by. Let's see how the Martins are doing. Yes, and that's I guess that's just your last name now. And your father is Martin. The number one at our house is definitely Mom. Dad's just gonna keep getting wrapped around her little finger his whole life. Yeah, you gotta play him like that, though, you know? He loves organizing trips, so make it a family...
Ha ha ha! Yep, I need to keep command of our little group. Listen up, time to work like crazy and get some vacation money.
Alright, Martin. Seems like he's gotten some of his energy back, too. What'd you do, Marianne? What's the secret technique? It's probably organizing a trip to the hot springs. That probably revitalized him. He got his CP back, you know? That should be North Block. Let's go Castle. The natural progression. To think there was a battle between the Intelligence Division and the Royal Guards. I've come touring at a truly terrible time. I hope the landing port isn't closed like before. Hey. An incident like that at the harbor.
We just went to the harbor on tour yesterday.
Yeah.
Seems the last of the Intelligence Division criminals were caught. That was inevitable, though. After all, ADOS is watching to make sure they can't do anything bad.
Is that how it is?
We got hurt pretty bad by those Intelligence Division guys.
Honestly, I'm super relieved that they're caught. So Captain Amalthea was finally caught. I guess this means Her Highness the Queen can finally focus on the signing ceremony, huh? Yeah. It's smooth sailing from here, everybody.
Ah! Listen. Yesterday I saw Miss Julia running off towards the harbor. After that, those Intelligence Division goons were caught, right? It's so amazing.
Yep, that's a fangirl. In her natural habitats. Wonderful. That's North Block, which leaves East Block, and if we check the quest log, we really just have next up is Bose. Let's head to the landing port when we're ready. But there's always room for complication, you know? Please, just yesterday wasn't enough time to get a real look at it.
Apparently this guy is determined to visit the History Museum. Since we're on vacation, I want to go somewhere else today.
So you've already been once, but he's like, no, gotta go back.
Did you find the young lady you were looking for? Yeah. Don't worry, we found her. I see, that's good to hear. When I heard about the incident late last night, I was worried about the young lady. I'm very relieved to hear you found her.
Yeah, maybe that was Estelle's conclusion that, I gotta pull Ren out of there by the flap on her dress or something like that, There were still dragons alive during the Sumerian Age. Now that I think about it, I read a report from a person researching the ancient dragons. I believe they lived in Bose. Man, these dragons have been hinted at for a long time now. I've had a request from Jimmy. Apparently he wants to become a curator. He has no experience, but given his history, he has a very unique and interesting perspective. I imagine it will take some time, but he is promising, so I think I'll employ him. The devices and artifacts in each tower. There's a mountain of things I'd like to investigate, so I need him to work hard. Woohoo! The History Museum is willing to hire me! To me, it's like getting paid to treasure hunt. I feel so happy I could just dance. This is the perfect arc for Jimmy, honestly. So happy for that that fictional guy. Maybe he's just inside of Estelle's head. I could be. Who else are we hallucinating, huh? It seems like the Royal Guard and some bracers solved last night's case. If the army and the guild cooperate, we got nothing to fear. Agreed.
The Empire's got a sense of danger around it, but that's charming too. I'd love to go someday.
We will go in a couple of games. Olivier, would you like to enter the embassy? Would you mind? Oh, really? Please pass through. Oh, I didn't know we could do that. I can come back here? Dude, that's just a little save just to commemorate the moment. That's wonderful. So probably if I bring Sin along, I can get into the Calvardian Embassy too.
Now, Olivier, don't get in the way of work. As you've no doubt noticed, the ambassador insists we keep this place neat and tidy.
It's interesting that they let me come in here again. They didn't have to. They could have just had Bergen at the gate say something like, oh, hey, Olivier, good to see ya, Liberalians are given the right to freedom of speech. Unlike the Empire. Restrictions are fairly stringent in the Empire. Published materials are especially scrutinized. My job involves making sure it's all appropriate for public consumption. I've got to check whether published works are suitable for our nation as a whole, if they breaks any laws and all that stuff. That was 2 typos in that one sentence. Nathan, are you okay? Do you need a break? How long have you been working here? Today. Have you had a rest? Gerald. During our conflicts with the independent state, the Chancellor's command was incredible. To assemble a military force spread across such an enormous space temporarily at the borders with an orbital railroad. Claim victory with a shock attack, then return the forces as quickly as possible to their defensive positions. This is what the orbital railroad is for, huh? Our fatherland has no weaknesses now. Those trails of cold steel, I swear.
Queen Elysius most likely more relieved than anyone that the criminal turned out to be a former member of the Royal Army. I realized I might be callous, but think about it. Had the criminal turned out to be a Republican citizen, do you think the Empire would have stayed quiet? And the opposite is surely true as well. It would have put a great strain on the non-aggression pact.
Indeed. It all worked out. What's up in here? How odd. We haven't received our routine report from Mueller and Bose. Huh. Hello, Koenig.
Good day, Olivier. And to you as well, Bracers.
Good day, Ambassador.
Bumming around as usual, I see. I should hope you're not using Mueller's absence as an excuse to run wild.
Tut tut. And you're far too serious, as usual.
What do you need today? I already received a report about the letter.
Oh, really?
Yes. I was told it was written by those special ops criminals. All completely unrelated to the Empire, as I'd insisted before.
Well, I wouldn't say completely.
Telling him the truth would only make him more nervous. Allow me to express my earnest gratitude for your efforts. Thanks to your efforts, that false suspicion hanging upon my fatherland has been cleared. Minuscule as it was, even a single blight upon the Empire's dignity brings me great displeasure.
Well, happy to help. Happy to help. Wonderful. That was just a nice little trip by the embassy. Please pass through. I'm good. All right, arena time. Brum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Hello. That stuff at the harbor was terrible, huh? The culprit, Kanone, she's that woman who was always stuck to Colonel Richard, right? She always did have a sneaky face, after all. I feel like poor Amalthea, really. Like, everybody's like, oh, that foxy-faced woman, that sneaky-faced little freak, you know? It's not, I don't think anybody called her a freak. I think that was me, actually.
There's no way we can deal with a giant archaism like that. If it attacked next time, it wouldn't last a moment.
You're not supposed to tell civilians this. Then again, I guess I'm not a civilian. Hello, how are you? Seems like some kind of incident happened. I wonder what exactly. It did. Right here in this very, very resting area.
I heard a rumor that the one behind all that mess was a tiny kid. There's no way that could be true, right?
The truth is stranger than fiction. I was looking for that other guard, but he kind of disappeared. We're all out of whack now with the direction we're going. Let's just go here. I'm sorry. Want to go get some ice cream over there together?
I did good and watched you over the house while you were gone. I wasn't lonely or anything.
That's great, Nemo. What, seriously? But you know that Duke? Don't you think he's a Nana. Girl. Don't you think he's a little cute? Okay, Phoebe, you put her in her place right now. Seems like that super lame Duke's come back to the capital. Oh, boy. Last night, it seems something really crazy happened. All my customers have been talking about the harbor incident non-stop. Thanks to that, I've become pretty familiar with the case. Yeah, it's all the rage. Today's finally the last day of this fun trip. From tomorrow on, it's back to work as a housewife again. Ah, yes. Ye old profession. It's true that lately there's not been much to talk about, and that was sad, but I wish they'd spare us stuff like last night. I want some really, really big topic that'll get everyone talking. It seems like the intelligence division did something crazy again. I'm just extremely relieved that there were no fatalities amongst the citizenry. Yeah, there were some handsome, beautiful bracers on the scene, you know, and with them, nothing can go wrong. Hey, you. Did I talk to you? Shocked that yesterday Julia returned. Seems like Colonel Sid called her back. That was perfect timing. Indeed. I've thought long and hard about it. And you know what? I need to cultivate my inner beauty to meet a wonderful man. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we could both bring out the best of each other? Indeed. Speaking of... He's not here. He's moved on. Anton's moved to greener pastures at long last. Apparently they caught the remnants of the special ops guys hiding out at the harbor. It's a relief to have one worry out of the way before the signing ceremony. No, but what if I had Sin, though? Now, which way is the landing port? Yes, landing port 2. Landing port, schmanding ports. Firstly, let's get that big bear. There he is. How's it going? Let's do Charizard Sin. Just like that. And around the corner. And here we are. Sin, would you like to go into the embassy? Yeah, I would. Please pass through. That's really cool. That's really cool. Ah, yes, what a fine and mighty place.
If you're looking for Ambassador Cochrane, she's out inspecting the royal villa. After all, it is the site of the signing ceremony.
That checks out, actually. But who might I meet here in Calvard's Republic Embassy?
The ambassador does not hesitate to voice her dislike of Erebonia, but those feelings come from somewhere else. I know quite well.
Farah, huh? It's a nice name. It's a nice name, Farah. Seems like these intelligence division folk were behind one of the recent incidents. Well, I doubt it will affect the signing ceremony. I can appreciate Queen Alicia's feelings on the matter. Hopefully that ceremony's gonna go swell. Everlasting peace. And everything's gonna be Gucci. The door's locked. What about in here? You still got that bickering couple? Or was that over here? They weren't bickering per se, but she was throwing mad shades. I'm just saying. Alrighty. I think that's good for now. Embassy all done. We could keep Sin with us. So the intelligence division caused an incident like that. I suppose it could be considered more fruits of Colonel Richard's treason. One way or another, a military solution isn't a good one. Well then, Edel Department Store should be the last stop.
My house is in the West Block, so I heard crazy loud noises from the harbor. Even I was shocked to hear that it was an intelligence division tank, though. I'm glad my house wasn't crushed by something like that.
Would have been kind of a cool story to tell, though. Hey, it's Potman. Last night, I saw some of the Royal Guard running off to the West Block. I also heard what sounded like a big cannon from the ports. I wonder what that was about. It was kind of violent sounding. Anyways, back to my pots. Colonel Richard was very popular with the citizenry. I can understand why the folks in the intelligence division would be willing to do anything for him. But come on, no tanks. Seriously. Yes. It's one step too far if you ask me.
Well, today's all been talk about that crazy incident ever since morning. I'm glad they captured the rest of the intelligence division before the signing ceremony.
Great. Liberal News issue 5, still haven't gotten a new one out. That's pure laziness right there. How are things? It's Mitty!
My sister apparently went off to Bose to study in order to open her own shop. At this rate, she might quit the department store, she said. Sis, please don't leave me behind. I'm lonely.
Aw. That would be tragic. Anyways, what's for sale? We got anything? I think we're good on ingredients, honestly.
The town's kind of noisy. Did something happen?
Lately, I've been so busy with my family that I haven't paid much attention to current events. All you do is stare at the same pair of apples all day. Like, do you even have a family? Or are you just living in some sort of time trap, time bubble? Well, that's pretty much everything checked out, I do believe. Now, we do have that one quest along the Royal Avenue. I just want to check out the landing ports. The last little hurrah before we leave for Bose, and we conclude this freaking chapter right here. It's interesting though, because most of the other endings have been, right after a big climactic battle, while here we actually get a few episodes to just wind down. But I guess we kind of get the goodbye episode that usually comes at the start of a chapter, at the end of the chapter, which could be okay, because then hopefully, the next episode can start off with action in Bose,
we are going towards the Garuna Gate. That's the Royal Avenue that we're going along right now, where there's been spotted a monster. I should probably... I have Sin with me. What does he have? He's got some stuff. Dude, Sin's a tank. Didn't I get new weapons for him? I sure did. Very good. Now, maybe I should read up on what the... Hold on, it's... Did I not encounter the monster? Hold on. Royal Avenue monster. Alright. It must be further down one of the side paths here. A flame Velger. Should be okay. Deal with the freaking flame Velger, methinks. Go down here. I guess that looks about right. Let's get him. Let's get him. Last little birdie. Coming up. Are you weak to wind? You're okay against wind. I don't have water on Estelle. So, ooh, dude, look at the crits. Look at the crits coming up. Okay, I know what we're doing. I know what we're doing. Check this out. Oh, it's free. I swear, the soundtrack to second chapter just pops off. Okay. Just punch a bird. Punch a bird in the face. Ka. Rolling dive. Here's what we do. Pow, 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 pow. Final break. Then pop a cell right here and take this bird down since it got away. Just like that. Get some health back from that too. Feather shower. Oh boy, on a critical. Alright. Dealing out some damage here and there. Nothing to worry about. I'm gonna Heaven's Kiss so that I get my friends in the action here, which is really nice because we're about to feel a world of pain here. Sin is gonna do some healing, not Zen. And then, though his name has changed a bit. I think he started as Sane in the original release, English release of this game, but it's been patched. So we done morale. Think, focus. Okay. We gotta beat up some birds. We don't got water. Just like aerial over here? Sure, let's just throw down an aerial. Agate, you know what to do. Just get really angry. Just like that. Hellmarsh. I'm just gonna take care of that guy because I don't like him. There we go. Didn't like what he was charging up. That's an aerial, so take care of two of them. That's very good. That's in, healing me up so that I'm ready to go. Pull some allies. Okay. Oh, who is about to do a thingamajig? True Pommel. Coming in. Very good. Now then, we should be healing Agate. He's not looking too good. All right. One of them is charging up over there. Don't like that. How is this Flame Velger doing? He's still doing okay. Do we got them water arts? Yeah, but we still got the EP, so it's a schmack for you. Alright. What you got? Mars Star. That's a powerful thing. That's okay. Not too bad. Sin, you feel like punching a bird? Make it go pop? It didn't go pop. That's okay. You tried. Do we just... Yeah, sure. Why not? Oh no. I didn't consider the fact that could have been hitting somebody else. Alright. It's time. Shame I can only get one of them. But there we go. I don't want him doing anything more nasty. Alright, and we should be able to just finish off these birds right here. Excellent. Mars Star right there. And... Oh, you're almost there now. Oh, come on. Come on. We're getting him. Oh, he's charging up. There we go. Come on. Oh, this might actually be Agate. He might actually die here. He had no CP, so you'll pay for this. Doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. You know what? I'll stop by a hotel and bring him back. There we go. A nice level. Charizard learned Sadist Whip too. Now we're talking. I wonder, can that hit more people now? It's probably still gonna be a single focus thing here. Set the S brake, Sadist Whip. Yeah. but now it's even more sadistic. That's the final quest done. Let's get back to town. Grancel, it's been a pleasure and a joy. Oh, that's the Fisherman's Guild. Mr. Fisherman, I defeated the monster. Oh, you caught the fish of Valeria Lake, did you? 150. That is the max BP for the chapter, so I'm feeling fine and happy. And we can go to that freaking landing port after much ado. We are good to go. Grancel freaking landing port. But just in case, you never know. In case I want to come back, walk the streets, see the people. It's not like it's the last time we'll ever see Grancel, but is this our boys? Yeah, if you're a real man, you have to open your own road. The time to set forth has come. Haha, it's never boring with Anton. That's great. Anton's going out in the world, and so are we. Kitty!
I finally found what I want to do. That's why I plan on going to Bose to study.
Mitty's gonna be real miffed.
I couldn't find any good wife candidates for my son ultimately. How terribly frustrating. Delinda just left port a bit ago. Next will be the westbound Cecilia coming into port.
Hearing about the intelligence division always puts me on edge. Thanks to them, our company and I suffered severe damages. They sure have my heart racing with those intelligence division guys appeared. If order's disrupted, it can make the tourism drop like a rock after all. I'm glad they're all caught.
Yeah, good riddance, I say. Good riddance. There was one food dish we were unable to make this chapter, but I think that was the seafood hot pot, and we're gonna need some fish fillets for that, so just keep your eyes open for fish fillets. Let me know if you see them.
Listen, you have to be good and keep quiet.
Yeah, I promise.
That's a good boy. No problems at all in the engine section. I've finished tuning the orbital pressure. Is that everything done?
The final overall check is the job of the chief engineer, isn't it? More to the point, why are you talking to me like I'm in charge here? Really, why is it always like this? Friggin' Tiffany is surrounded by fools. And the last engineer to talk to this chapter.
The new engine's capability. Oh, it's Peyton! They're really something. It looks like we still need to do multiple flight tests to gather data. We also got to think of tuning the machine to make the most out of its output. I'd like to get Professor Russell's opinion at some point.
I did say we were going to heal up, but come on. Surely Agate heals between chapters, right? I can't imagine anything else. It's a test. It's a test, and it saves me the mirror of a hotel visit.
Welcome. You're the party of racers heading for Bose, correct?
Yes, that's right.
Very good. We received your fare from Elnan. Are you ready to check in?
As usual, we should wait here once we check in. Got anything left to do around town? All done, baby.
Very well. I will contact the guild branch and call the rest of your party.
Oh yeah, those guys.
Estelle's group began to wait for the next passenger ship. Our Bose time!
This the city has been the longest since we visited. We saw Roland at the start of this game. So Bose, mwah, I am here for you, as you are here for me. You come in the middle of my drink, sir. What is... Oh, I know.
Oh, thank Helios. We made it in time.
Huh? Niall? And Dorothy?
Estelle.
Thought we'd missed you. We stopped by the guild, but they said you'd left already. Glad we managed to catch you before your flight.
What's wrong? I thought we told you everything about the case last night.
It ain't that. We got something to tell you personally. You mind speaking with us, alone like?
Me? Shara? Go ahead, Estelle. Hear them out. I'll be sure to save you a seat. Thanks, Shara.
Good day then, Niall, Dorothy. Bye-bye.
Excuse me? Okay, so what's all this about? Olivier? Why are you still here?
Think of me as a stone in the pavement, a butterfly gracing in the wind. Please speak freely, pay me no mind.
I swear. That's one hell of a talkative stone. Oh.
I thought this might be the case when I didn't see him bored. Sora, just a... Let's get you to your seat, my dear Lenheim.
Man, poor guy. But I can't say he didn't have it coming. He's the same as always then. Pretty much. Dorothy? You look kinda out of it. Even more so than usual, I mean. What's wrong? I thought you were off taking photos in Bose.
Yeah, I just got back this morning. Estelle?
Wait, I remember. You were off at that old fort in the Misty Valley. The one they're using as a military train. Wait, isn't that... Finally twigged to it, huh? That's the base the bandits raided last night. Dorothy here was literally on the scene when those thugs took their ship back. Oh, man. Okay. So you came out here to tell us what happens? Aw, thanks, I appreciate it. To tell you what happened. You might say that. Huh? Hell with it. It's 1,000 words or a picture. Dorothy, hand it over.
Yes, sir. Estelle? Don't go crazy about this, okay? Pictures don't always tell the whole truth forever, or something. Or did I just insult myself?
What's all this about? Why do you look so serious?
I, took this picture.
Dorothy handed Estelle a single photograph. Let's see. I recognize Miss Tomboy the Bandit over there. And that would be... What? I'm, holding off on giving this photo to the army for the moment. I won't run it in the paper either. I'll let you, deal with it how you want.
Oh, boy. Oh, that's chapter 3 of the Mad Tea Party. What an ending. That's really cool. Yeah, so we knew what Josh was up to, but now Estelle knows too, and that he's not in the society. It's a clue. It's a big clue. This is going to change everything. So, with that, give it to me. That's the Mad Tea Party. Chapter 3 completes. What a chapter. Whew, boy. It's always fun in the capital, but it's also draining, just the sheer scale of the place. So it'll be good going to a bit of a smaller city for the next party, as in general with Trails games, I just have more fun every single chapter because there's so much build up. But again, the payoffs are so freaking worth it. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this chapter. These last 2 episodes I've actually been doing with my new standing desk. So I've been standing. I don't know if that like comes across in like the energy or the voice or anything, but it's kind of fun. Maybe I'm not going to do it on my 10-hour recording streaks because I've been standing for 2 hours, but yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with Trails in the Sky. As you can see from the save menu earlier, it's been about a month since last I played, but I'm still in the process of uploading the first game, and this is just me like pre-recording the second game for when the first game finishes. So I'm taking it a little casually and just enjoying the ride. We hit 30 subscribers on the channel by the time I'm recording this, so that's insane. That's super fun, and I'm only like 40 episodes into the first game, so yeah. Now, I don't usually ramble like this at the end of the chapter, so let's not. Tune in next time for the next chapter of our journey. But thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Carl, and this has been Trails to completion.